this classroom? They use computers almost every day. Meet Miss K, our elementary school teacher. She is trying a new blended learning course she built online. Students are really excited as they love using their computers. Some kids have problems using technology because they're unfamiliar with the systems that are being used. Our teacher, Miss K, is trying to help these students. Suddenly there are a lot of questions from students who are having problems with their computers. When there are so many questions, Miss K gets overwhelmed. She wonders, how can I use technology when I don't have time to teach kids how to use technology? This time, Miss K gives up and goes back to what she knows, which is recording work in a journal. So she has all the kids put away their computers and get out their journals to finish their work. Later that day, one of her students, Joe, goes home to play video games. He plays Block, a fairly challenging game. He's attempting a level when his character dies. It's game over, except the student's game really isn't over. See, he can continue his game. And he's right back at it, attempting the same level, but varying his strategy and doing things differently than last time. He gets another game over and is determined more than ever to solve this puzzle. He remembers his failures and quickly formulates a new strategy. This time he's successful and is really proud of himself for doing such a great job. After all, he solved it all on his own without any help from anyone else. Joe goes outside to play with his friends, and of course, they talk about this new video game they've been playing. Joe's friend asks how he beat the difficult level, and of course, Joe is more than happy to share his strategy that he learned. At dinner later that night, Kay is eating with her husband Phil. Phil starts telling her about an article he read by David Docterman. He explains that Docterman believes that video games have perfected the learning process, since video games allow people to fail, but immediately try again until they're successful. Kay begins to wonder if success and failure aren't disconnected, but are connected. She thinks that students could eventually become successful after multiple failures because they would learn through the experience, like in video games. Kay decides to research more of the topic and begins to see the value in letting students solve problems on their own. She's still not sure if it'll work in her classroom though. She's struggling with giving up control in her classroom and is afraid to let her kids fail. Kay just doesn't think that kids will be able to figure out their technology problems on their own, and that they will always need help from her. The next day in class, Kay overhears some students talking at their tables during indoor recess. Jamie has figured out how to change her desktop background picture, and multiple other students are going to her for help. Miss Kay realizes that she didn't teach Jamie, or anyone else in the class for that matter, how to change their desktop background, yet somehow the whole class now has managed to learn and master this skill. Suddenly, Kay realizes that she's never encouraged her students to solve problems. Every time they had a technology issue or any other problem in school, she always jumped in to help them. Because of this, so many students don't even attempt to solve their own problems. Kay quickly grabs the attention of the class and explains to them that from now on, things would be different with technology and learning. From now on, the class would be a problem-solving class, where failure is okay, as long as everyone tries again and again to figure it out on their own. Technology is back in Kay's classroom. Now students who have problems try to fix it on their own. Worst case scenario, they restart their computer and try again. Many students help each other now and don't rely on Miss Kay for help. Kay is free to focus on working with students and doesn't stress about troubleshooting all their technology issues. Students are successful now because failure is valued as a key part of the learning process.